Welcome to Better Not.
On today's episode, we're talking about Noah. We're talking about life insurance, and we got a short call with Brandon. Let's do it.
I feel like we're about to interrogate you by sitting both on this side.
Wait, are we already
Tell me how the
podcasting?
event happened.
Started. Tell me about everything that's going on with your life there.
Okay, yeah. So when you guys got here, we're recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, we're doing it.
So I'm sitting in my chair last night, and I'm watching some TV, and I was thinking. So earlier in the day, I went to grocery outlet, Bargain Market, and
Grocery Island, Bargain Market.
and yeah, and I was like. We went to Law Winery last week, and I was like, I wonder if they have any Law wine, because I feel like I've seen it in stores, but I don't know if they only sell on estate or whatever. But so they've got a pretty big wine selection. So I went in there, and they didn't have it. But long story short, I saw a beer that I'm going to use if I lose. And it's a pink lemonade beer. And I was like, oh, Savannah will probably like this. And I'm sitting in my chair last night thinking about the podcast and like running through ideas and stuff, because we were talking about doing a pregnancy episode in the future. And I'm like, piece of freaking crap. I bought that beer for her and she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate it, though.
Yeah.
That was a sweet thought.
Yeah. It's the thought that counts, I guess.
Yeah.
So if we lose, we'll just tell you about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I would like that.
You probably would.
Yeah. It's a slow brew.
I could probably have a sip.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
That's fine.
For sure.
Yeah. If you want.
You can definitely have a sip.
I've been around pregnant people that have had sips of alcohol before, so
I'm sure she'll be fine.
yeah.
Welcome to Better Not. I'm Will.
And I'm Zach.
I'm Savannah.
And this is the podcast where two coworkers and one of the coworkers' wife bet beers on topics you can easily Google the answer for.
Yeah.
Welcome, Savannah.
Oh, wow. Thanks, guys.
Pinch poke, you owe me
Thank
a
you
Coke.
for having me. This was very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice of y'all to include me.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah.
We love having guests.
Yeah. Guesty time.
I was just thinking, am I the first female guest?
Yeah?
I think so.
That's
There hasn't been
special.
many guests.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think. We had Brandon, Josh, Sean, Ryan. when we did the housewarming thing.
There
And
were
then-
women around.
Y'all called my brother.
Yeah.
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 Called
We've
Rick.
Called a couple other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to,
yeah, I think
we're
you are
trying
the
to make
first
this
female.
a
Yeah,
female-friendly
inclusion.
podcast. Inclusion.
Yes.
Female-friendly podcast.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I can
So welcome.
represent.
You are representing. Well, yeah. So, yeah, thanks for coming on. And we announced the last couple podcasts, over 2 podcasts, that we're pregnant, that you're pregnant, and that it's a girl.
Oh, I hadn't heard that announced. The girl
Yeah,
announcement.
the girl is the next week.
Should we just make this the pregnancy episode?
No. We can't go out of order, dude. I edit wrong when we go out of order.
Okay. All right.
Wait,
messed
is there there's a pregnancy one?
Yeah, that's what the second one is. Remember?
Oh, but I'll be a part of that still.
Yeah.
Because we're doing 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't tell the audience that, though.
That you batch record.
Yeah. That we're, like, ahead of you. We record these every week, guys.
We got to be ahead because I flake out all the time.
Yeah. Zach's flaky. Well, it'd be so hard to do it every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or every week, I mean.
Every week, yeah.
If we did this
rough.
every week, it would be so hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's some inside baseball for the listeners.
Yeah.
We record every other week and sometimes try to get ahead a little bit more.
Yes.
Yeah. Savannah's going to join us for the pregnancy episode, which we're going to talk about pregnancy bets on
Next
that
week.
episode. Next week
Yes.
on the Better Not podcast.
But this week, we are not talking about pregnancy. We are talking about storms.
Storms. Yeah. How do they get them names? We didn't even take sides, did we?
No.
What's the bet?
That's the thing, is we didn't take sides. So why how do they come up with the names for the storms? Do you know?
No. But they go in alphabetical order, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I think they have a list of every single name ever made, and then they just run down the list.
What about new names like Khaleesi and stuff like that?
Then when they repeat, then they go by the new names.
They go by the
like when they run out of the first paper, then they go to the new names.
But they go alphabetical, so they have like a list of names of the alphabet.
Yeah.
Okay, but how do they
Pick which one?
Yeah, how do they pick which one?
They go in alphabetical order.
I know, but like what? Well, what's the next A name? What's the next C name? Did they make a random generator or?
Probably. They might use the same generator we use.
Yeah, probably. Wait, so...
Or what if it's not like that? And what if it's like one person that's just in charge of it and they get to just pick whatever name they want?
So you think that there's like a name captain?
Ooh, there could be.
Like
that would be so fun.
Weather service name person?
Yeah.
Like a super master. What's that position? The not grandmaster.
Grandmaster.
There's that position that when you get into high management in the state system, it's something master. I forget the.
That master general guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is
special master.
Special master.
Yes.
Wait. So, oh my gosh, that's such a funny story.
Yeah.
We were at this in-service, and there was a guy there. He was just visiting, right?
A burly, massive black dude.
Yeah.
Like huge. Like this guy should have been 2 people.
Wait, where was this?
This was at an in-service. No, it was a special in-service, not even for RTs, it was for the entire hospital.
Yeah.
What is an in-service?
It's like a training.
Oh, okay.
Like a in your service training.
Okay.
So basically what happened was CDCR, which is the prison system, they said, we're going to start sending you these guys and they have to work on these specific objectives and we're going to send you the objectives. And so it was like a training on what to do with the objectives, basically. And a psychologist was like, these objectives that you guys are sending us are ridiculous. They're BS. They're unobtainable. And this special master got up, got in her face and started yelling at her, like legit. I thought he was going to start swinging at her or something.
Yeah.
Like the tension was so high in the room.
Oh my gosh.
It was
so high.
Crazy. She got up and she left.
She walked out.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember you telling me about that. That's
and
so
then
awkward.
didn't he like announce his title?
Yeah. I'm the special master.
He got up and was like, I am a special master with, it was like longer than that, of the state system of the
California.
California tenure something. It was a crazy long title.
Yeah, I literally, my eyes were like this big. I'm like, is that really a thing?
It was intense. Everyone's just kind of like quiet and like looking around like, is this allowed to happen? That was intense.
It was.
Yeah. So is there a special master of the weather service?
Right.
I don't know.
I want there to be.
Yeah. Okay. So Savannah's going with that.
Gosh, you know what?
I think it's a computer.
I'm friends with somebody that does the weather for the Air Force. I wish we could have her on the phone because she would probably know instantly. Well, she's in a different state, and I don't know.
There's still time in different states.
Let's see if I even have her number.
Yeah.
Actually, my phone's on the charger.
What state is she in?
That's a good question. She's really Bryn's friend, but I probably don't even have her number.
Now she's gonna hear this preface. And she's like, what are you
so Cheyenne, if you're listening.
Yeah. So you think, so you're saying there's a special person. I'm gonna go, well, I bet it was a person at some point, and then now it's gotta be a computer.
Think so?
But someone has to put those names in. It's not just pulling those names.
They're usually kind of weird names too.
Wasn't
like
there a Karen last year?
Karen.
I think Karen was last year.
What was the big one that
Katrina?
Katrina, yeah.
Like that's kind of a not common name.
But there was like Hurricane Andrew.
I don't know why I'm thinking of Ivan.
Ivan was last year or 2 years ago?
That's kind of a weird name.
Yeah.
What are the ones that just happened? Laura?
I don't know. There were so many. There was like 2 at once.
Yeah, I was watching.
Know the names.
I wasn't paying attention. We're on the West Coast right now.
I was watching the evening news a couple days ago, and they were showing all the flooding and stuff that's going on over there. Somebody just like randomly, like their motorcycle, all you could see was like the handlebars basically sticking out of the water and like part of the dash or the tank or whatever. I'm like, you know how easy it is to move a motorcycle? Why wouldn't you just move it like to higher ground? Like,
I don't know.
Like you just.
Or maybe they You're saying nobody was around it though?
Right.
It just
Yeah.
got hit? Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
It was
that
just
person
sitting there
wasn't
in the
around.
water. I'm like, that's so random.
I think with the one that just happened in the Gulf, it ended up being way worse than they were expecting.
Yeah.
So I think people weren't as prepared.
That's the thing. It's like every year it's like way worse than people were expecting. Like, guys,
Yeah.
just expect it to be bad and get out of
That's
there.
what the mayor was saying, though. He's like, we're expecting it to be worse than the worst one we've ever had. So, like, you were expecting what you got, pretty much,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy. Well, yeah. So that's what we're talking about. So what are you going to go with?
I'm going to just go with there's a list, an alphabetical list.
There's an alphabetical list. How long have they had this list?
Since the first storm.
Since
No, I'm just kidding.
since there were storms been made.
Millions of years.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably since they started tracking weather. So, like 100 years.
Okay,
So
so
do you
100
think
years.
that the list like already exists? Like for hundreds and hundreds of storms, we already know like what the next one is.
Yeah.
have they ever repeated? These are great questions.
No. But you know what? Maybe
That would be dumb. There's
maybe
so many names.
Well, but like after 50 years, it doesn't matter.
I feel like maybe the list hasn't been around that long because if it was around for 100 years, it would be names like Hurricane Gertrude and, like
They must
old
have added
fashioned
to
names,
it.
Esther and,
Yeah.
But
Hurricane Khaleesi is going to come up.
yeah.
Ivan sounds old.
Ivan does sound
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think there's an old list.
I don't know. I'm stuck on that one. It's like the only one I can remember.
Sav, you're thinking that someone's choosing.
I don't know if I think that, but that's how I want it to be.
Okay. And I'm going with computer system.
Okay.
Which is probably correct.
I'm going to win this
Yeah,
one.
but
I'm excited.
originally it wouldn't have been a computer, right?
No, they didn't have computers until well, I mean, they had computers for a while, but like not until like everybody had them until like 90s.
Yeah.
And then even then they sucked.
Cool.
Okay,
Well,
so-
you're going to have to look this up because my phone's almost dead. It needs to
Okay.
charge for
I'll look it up.
a little bit longer.
Before we do that, do we want to do some housekeeping here?
Sure.
First off, you've got an N64 over there.
I
with
do.
Donkey Kong 64.
Yes. It finally came in the mail.
Oh my gosh.
Super excited.
If
With
things
the
look-
player's guide. The original player's guide.
If things look differently for our diehard YouTube watchers, we're recording in. Don't laugh at that. We actually do have people that only watch on
Oh, there
YouTube.
are people that watch it. on
Yeah, my
YouTube?
sister-in-law,
Few,
she watches
but
it.
there are.
Okay.
Like every
Didn't
episode
put
gets
makeup
at
on for
least.
nothing.
You did good. So yeah, we're recording in Zach's lovely garage. So it might be a little bit more reflecty. I don't really hear the reflections aren't that bad.
I put up insulation in the doors, so that should help.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. That looks good.
Thank you.
Wow, that's so easy. Why don't people do that?
It was a lot of work.
Really?
Yeah, it took me...
Did you buy sheets of styrofoam, or was that like
yeah,
a thing?
sheets of styrofoam, and then I had to cut them. It probably took me about 5 hours to do it all.
Yeah. 5 hours.
Yeah, but
Gosh.
it does help maintain the temperature in here
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it's 91 outside, and it feels like you're
cooler.
maintaining it 91 in here.
Yeah.
That
No, I mean,
was fun.
before I opened the door, because we had the door open for probably 5 minutes or so,
Mm-hmm.
it was a lot cooler in here. But
Yeah, that's nice.
yeah,
Yeah, so you got 64, you got Donkey Kong. This is Man Cave City. And then from one of our previous podcasts, there's a sword hanging up in the corner.
there
you haven't
is.
talked about that
Yes, yeah. I think I covered it.
yet. I think you
in
briefly mentioned it, but
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm seeing it.
proof
It's
that my
pretty
dad
awesome.
listens to the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I
Gifted the
said that I
sword.
wanted a sword on there, and then when I went home last time, there was a sword sitting in the living
Oh
room.
my
That's a
God.
big sword.
Yeah,
We're going to have to pull that out in a minute.
We can,
and
yeah.
swing it around.
sure.
Yeah. I love swords, so I mean that's going to be pretty great.
Yeah, test it out.
Yeah. And this is set up.
Yeah,
Like, because you moved probably like 2 months ago. No, a lot longer than
Um,
that. Half a year ago.
it was in
What is
January.
time? What
We
is
bought the
Literally
house
almost- yeah.
January 16th, and then we moved that weekend. So like
Have we
January
recorded in
20th.
here?
Yeah, we did because remember I used to have like the big awning in here, like that
Yeah.
big box and
Yeah.
all the wood and everything.
Yeah.
I think that was before y'all were videoing it though.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Like we've recorded in your room, but not
Yeah.
in the garage. So
Right.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
We recorded in your last garage. The garage is practically the same. That's why.
Yeah. The one thing you haven't noticed that's actually on the ceiling,
Is the pineapple pizza?
the life-size Ken and Kel over there.
Oh,
I-
no.
I was looking at that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Trevor, shout out to Sign Here. He
Yeah.
printed that for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the 90s party.
I love Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
And I love Keenan on SNL.
Is
He's
he on
been
there?
on SNL for like 15 years or something.
really?
Crazy long.
Okay.
Like, really long.
I never watched, very few
Yeah.
times I've watched SNL.
He's like their longest cast member.
Okay.
Let's look up how long he's been on there. Wow. Don't stop talking, guys. 16 seasons. 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Are you too young for Good Burger or did you?
I watched Good Burger.
Okay.
I'm going to say I was too young because I don't know what that is.
Okay.
She wasn't big into Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Oh, well, we didn't have it.
Well, it was a movie though,
We didn't have
but
cable.
But it was on Nickelodeon too, though.
it was on Nickelodeon.
It was
yeah.
a Nickelodeon movie.
I think it was released on the.
Yeah, but it was Nickelodeon. It wasn't like a Disney movie on Disney. It
Right.
was Nickelodeon Studios in a real movie in the theaters.
Right. Yeah.
Now that
That's
I'm thinking about
crazy.
it, why would we have had Disney and not had Nickelodeon?
I don't know. Disney's more like I think you had to pay more for
Yeah, that's
Disney.
It used to be the upgrade package.
Yeah.
Because I remember we didn't get Nickelodeon until I was kind of older.
Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network were the free ones, I think.
Why
And
did
then
we not have
Disney
it?
was paid.
And then Disney, I think when I was like in junior high, then it went to being network television regular.
Yeah.
I don't know. We
Yeah.
weren't allowed to watch a lot of things anyways.
Yeah, you haven't seen a lot of great movies.
So you never watched like Rugrats or anything like
No,
that?
we couldn't watch Rugrats because Angelica was disrespectful to her parents.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, how are you supposed to learn disrespect then?
You got to learn it from somewhere. Yeah. Oh man, I hated Rugrats though. There was something about that show that
Oh, I loved it.
kind
I
of
have
a
a
weird one.
Rugrats game for Nintendo 64.
What?
Oh, I remember that game.
Where they go to France.
Yeah. So why was Donkey Kong your first game that you got?
The first game that I got?
I feel like this is the first game that you like pursued a lot.
This is the first one that I've bought in recently. It was one of my favorite games.
Okay.
And then I'm pretty sure that I either traded a buddy or something happened and he ended up with my Donkey Kong game. So I bought it a couple weeks ago.
You got GoldenEye too, right?
It's not GoldenEye. It's the one after it. Everlasting or ever something. I don't know.
There's another GoldenEye 007 game for 64?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What?
I don't know. And the freaking the sticker's all messed up on it, so I don't even know if it says it on there.
What are you talking about? Everything or Nothing?
Yes.
The only one that's coming up is GoldenEye. World is not enough. This is disgusting.
It's a fun game.
Yeah.
It's really freaking fun.
I can't remember if that was any good or not.
It's a good game. It's not as good as GoldenEye, but
I loved all the Pierce Brosnan 007 movies. Oh, you can get the GoldenEye watch on Etsy. Oh, I want that.
speaking of the GoldenEye
that's so
watch,
cool.
I got a new pair of glasses,
It's only 20,
Ooh.
25 bucks.
and
You,
Can
I'm
we get the
about
reveal
to
right now?
debate, but
the baby?
I almost said bidet.
Oh.
Somebody's going out in the golf course. Debut them.
Oh,
There
debut.
we go. Okay, you ready? Close your eyes. Keep them closed. Okay.
Ooh.
Those are
Yeah?
the Tony Stark ones.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Are those like you're actually
You got-
seeing glasses?
No, they're just glasses.
Those are Tony Stark ones. Where'd you get those?
When
Tony
did
Stark?
I?
Did he give them to you?
He did, yeah.
Is it
I'm
when he
reading things about you guys right now.
when he died in the most recent movie?
These are already fogging up.
Oh,
So hot.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
I think I saw that.
You did see that one.
So what do you think? Honest opinion.
With
If
your
they-
hair, it looks very cool.
Yeah, I think if they had clear lenses, actually, they would actually look pretty good on you.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm on the fence. Brent hates them.
What? I
She
don't.
said I look like a fancy child molester.
Oh my god, that's so
Something
terrible.
like that.
What are my thoughts
Are you
on
getting
it?
those vibes now too?
Yeah, I get those vibes.
Yikes.
Great.
I think if they,
It's not
I don't
what
know.
you're going for.
You would look good if they were the big frames, the big just normal metal frames.
Okay.
Oh, like very hipstery.
Yeah,
like.
the hipster ones.
Okay. No.
But you don't wear like seeing glasses, do you?
I do, yeah.
Oh, you do?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are already.
Oh, I
filled
didn't
up,
know
So I'm
that.
going to take them off.
Wait, did I know that?
Uh,
Do you wear
don't-
contacts sometimes?
No, I just my vision's not bad enough that I need to really wear them
Oh.
because it's for distance. So it's just like when I drive, I wear them, or when I'm at work, I wear them just because like it's nice to not have to know that you're not going to get spit in your eye from a patient or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. What is this? Is this a beeper that you have on the table here?
This is
Zach?
the case for my earphones.
You're really bringing a lot of things to the show today.
I can go get my toy box.
I feel like we're in your toy box right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, let's talk about some storms.
All right, let's do
Talk
it.
about storms. Let's fire up the generator, and then we're going to lift this up.
All right, sounds good. My phone's like super dead, so probably just let it charge until the next episode. Yeah.
Storms are given short, distinctive names to avoid confusion and streamline communications. If you were wondering why, that was not the question we asked. But that's a good answer.
I feel like Katrina is not a simple name.
But
But they
everyone
said
knows
distinctive.
it. Distinctive.
Oh, just,
Which is what I
okay.
said, because they're always like kind of weird names.
Okay, until the early this is on oceanservice.noaa.gov.
.gov, so it's
Okay.
reliable.
That's good.
Are you saying our government's reliable? All right.
Until the early 1950s, tropical storms and hurricanes were tracked by year and the order in which they occurred during that year. Over time, it was learned that the use of short and easily rememberable names in written as well as spoken communication is quicker and reduces confusion. So it was tracked by the order and then the year.
So like Storm 1, 1955.
Yeah. That sounds rough.
Okay.
So in the past, confusion and false rumors resulted when storm advisors broadcast from radio stations were mistaken for warnings concerning an entirely different storm located 100 miles away.
Yeah, that sounds like a problem.
United States began using, in 53, United States began using female names for storms. That's
Ooh.
very sexist.
We're powerful.
Only or
Powerful like a storm. Yeah.
come in and mess everything up.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And then in 1979, both male and female names were used to identify northern Pacific storms. This was then adopted in 1979 for storms in the Atlantic. National Hurricane Center does not control the naming of tropical storms. Instead, there is a strict procedure established by the World Meteorological Organization. That's what it's called, WMO.
Okay.
For Atlantic hurricanes, there's a list of male and female names which are used on a 6-year rotation. There is a rotation.
Oh.
Okay.
I knew there was a rotation.
All right.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because I feel like I've heard similar names
Yeah.
before. The only time that there is a change is if a storm is so deadly or costly that the future use of its name on a different storm would be inappropriate. So,
like
Katrina's
Katrina.
never used it.
Okay. So yeah, they
That
retire
makes
it.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, in the event that more than 21 named tropical cyclones occur in a season, any additional storms will take names of the Greek alphabet. Okay, so if there's 21 storms, they'll start doing like alpha, beta, gamma.
Oh. Okay.
Which I don't even know if that's happened. For a complete list of upcoming and retired storm names, visit the National Weather Service website.
Oh, this is where we should go for baby names.
Yeah.
Katrina, there you go.
Okay.
How many
Katrina
names are on
Cobb.
the list?
Alphabetical list of retired. Oh, this is fun. 1963. Flora.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's a retired Atlantic
She
name.
is named after a storm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We didn't even know.
In
Oh,
1963
that makes me like the
Flora.
name even more.
I wonder if you can like click and see how bad it was.
Well, did they never use it again? Does that mean it was a really deadly one?
Okay. I feel like, so it's not someone naming them.
No.
But someone did make the list. You said it's an old list.
Yeah, I think you were the
I
closest.
think you're right, Zach. It's
think
it's
you
an
were
old
right.
list because it's not really a computer because they just
Right.
recycle the list every 6 years. So it's an old list they made in the 70s.
Okay.
I feel like that makes sense with the names that are on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, can you read us like a few
Okay.
names off of it?
I'll read you.
I'm surprised they're not like really hippie names, you know? Tree, flower, sky.
Flora.
Yeah.
I'll do some retired names because I can't find the new names upcoming. It said the upcoming ones were on here, but okay, this is very small text. Agnes,
Okay.
72.
That's a pretty old
Okay.
name.
Agnes, Alicia, 83. Alan, 80. Allison, 2001. Hurricane Andrew, which that one was supposed to be really bad in 92.
Okay.
I mean, I was 2, so I don't remember it. But I heard it was bad. Anita, 77.
Okay. Oh my gosh. In Porterville, there used to be this barbecue place that was called Porter Street Barbecue. And they had an Anita burger. The Anita was the owner. And it was a beef patty. And then they had shredded tri-tip on top of it.
Oh.
And it was
That sounds really
amazing.
good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was so freaking good. They went out of business, though, because they tried to open 2 locations and it put them under.
Never do
That's
it.
sad.
Don't do
Yeah.
it. Dude,
The Anita burger. Oh,
that sounds really good. You should tell Sylvester's about that.
yeah.
They would do that.
Yeah, I don't know. They have tri-tip sandwiches. Why don't they do a tri-tip burger?
You should tell them. They need to be
I
told.
think I will.
They need to be informed.
Yeah.
The one with the bacon on it. Oh, what was that? Oh, the Halloween one.
The zombie burger.
Zombie.
It's the best. Cajun
It's my favorite one.
seasoning.
It's like bacon, Cajun seasoning.
It's got some kind of like sauce on it
Isn't
too.
there mushrooms on it?
No, I think it's just bacon. They had it a few months ago. It was so good.
A few months ago.
Yeah.
It should come out again though, right?
Yeah.
For October.
Wait, you know how y'all usually go to
You guys were out of
Sylvester's
town.
for your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do it after.
I did go for his birthday though.
Yeah. He texted me that he went.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sad. I'll have to wait.
Yeah.
There's a Hurricane Flora with 63. Fifi, 74. Florence, 2018.
If you guys have a boy, you should have Flora and Florence.
What about, yeah, that would be good. Or Floyd.
Yeah.
Floyd and
Floyd.
Flora. That's another one, 99. Otto. Rita.
I feel like these make sense with when the list was made.
Wilma.
Yeah.
Wilma in 2005. All right, well, cool. All right, Zach, well, I owe you a beer.
All right.
Why don't you go to the beer chest and pick out one of the 3 big boys I brought.
Yes, sir.
They all look really interesting. Yeah, so there's 3 of them. Yeah, one of them's from Liquid Gravity, which I thought that'd be fun. Because that place was so good.
That was a category 4.
Yeah. Hurricane Flora is among the deadliest Atlantic hurricanes in recorded
7,000
history.
people died?
What?
That's crazy.
What?
That's a lot of people. Man, we think
That's
about
so many people.
storms now,
Like 10 people die. Usually, right? I don't even know.
the storm struck southwestern Haiti near peak intensity, and then it turned west and drifted towards Cuba for 4 days. And then it passed.
Dang it.
Oh, you gotta, Zach, you didn't crack
My
it on
bad.
Fool.
Here, I'll do that.
Oh, so it like destroyed the islands. That's what happened. And the islands are like not prepared.
So good.
All right.
All right. Well, Zach rushed this thing.
You
It is.
Read it to me.
No, you read it.
Okay.
You
So-
mad at him?
Yeah, I'm mad.
My bad.
Zach was supposed to crack this. We're going to Beer Corner right now. We didn't even announce that.
Yeah.
It's like we get a guest on the show, and
I'm sorry.
Things
I'm
start
ruining
going crazy.
everything.
yeah, everything's hitting the fan.
What is the Joker saying? And everybody just starts going mad.
Oh yeah, that was a Batman quote.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
put your beer-soaked headphones back in. Ridiculous.
They are wet. That's gross. Okay. So this is from Liquid Gravity. It's a brewery so Santa Maria Brewing Company was there.
Yeah.
Before Santa Maria was there was Tappet.
Mm-hmm.
And Santa Maria bought Tappet, and then they closed that location. I'm assuming because it's like back on that airport road and nobody goes back there.
Have you been yet?
I went one time right when they first opened.
Yeah.
And they didn't
We were
have.
supposed to go together, weren't we? I went when it opened too.
Yeah, I think you went without me.
Yeah, I think we couldn't go at the same
And
time.
I was mad, so I went. But no, I'm just kidding.
It's awesome though.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was
cool spot.
Packed when I went.
Was it
Yeah.
this last time too? Or I guess they're probably.
I just got that from the store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, they're over there in Slow. This is called Orange Cream Machine. It's a hazy double IPA. It says, life does not always need to be taken so seriously. Our Orange Creamsicle Hazy Double IPA provides the perfect excuse to kick
so many
off your
descriptors.
shoes and hit the pause button on life. It says Orange Creamsicle Hazy IPA with natural flavors, 8% alcohol, which is crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's so many descriptors. Orange, creamsicle,
Yes.
hazy, IPA.
And it kicks your shoes off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're in flops today, so
Yeah.
we'll see what
Let's
happens.
get ready. All
And,
right. Cool. I like the label on it.
Yeah, it's like a creamsicle with like
Confetti
yeah,
frosting.
Reminds me of a
frosting.
donut.
Yeah, donut.
Looks
frosting.
delicious. That's
Yeah.
probably why I started salivating when I grabbed it.
Yeah. Yeah, you missed it at work. They brought donuts in.
Oh, really?
Pretty great.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Prost.
Cheers. Ooh.
Wow.
Can I do a sip?
Oh yeah.
That's very refreshing.
It's got
I like that a lot.
yeah, it's really good. It's got a lot of the like the soot at the bottom.
Man. I wish I could drink. That's really good. I have to
Yeah.
remember that one.
Savannah's a beer drinker now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Just randomly.
yeah, mixed
Really?
drinks were always like hurt her stomach and stuff.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
and
much
so
sugar.
I basically just didn't ever drink, like ever.
Yeah.
And then I discovered I like beer, and it doesn't make me feel gross.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite beer?
She hasn't had much yet, but
Yeah, it's kind of a new discovery.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I got pregnant.
But you've sipped a lot of them, and you're like, these are great.
Just lighter ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
lagers.
I basically like what you like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
This is
all-
delicious.
This is pretty
That's
good.
really
yeah.
good.
Thank you for getting this.
Yeah. It's got. I feel like I got the bottom in though, because I got some floaters.
I have the same thing too.
Oh, okay.
It's just because it's unfiltered.
Yeah, like super unfiltered.
Yeah.
For the listeners, it's very cloudy. It kind of looks like a creamsicle, to be honest.
Yeah. It tastes just like a creamsicle. It's
Yeah,
good.
and it's got the back end bitterness of an IPA. It kind of hits all the things it says it said.
Yeah. And I notice your shoes are off.
My shoes.
I'm just
well,
kidding.
they're still on. It knocked them off. And let me see this thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, I really dig this.
I would definitely get this in the future. Like when I go there next time, I'm going to get it.
Yeah. I just want to go back there. They had so many beers on tap, and they were all like super unique and interesting.
I wish they could make this with a wheat beer. It would be amazing.
Like a normal Hefeweizen
Yeah.
rather than a hazy. Mm-hmm. I wonder if they do make any like fancy Hefeweizens.
They might, because Santa Maria, they do a grapefruit wheat, and then they also do a grapefruit IPA.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure they just add the IPA hops and it makes it,
Yeah.
So I would think that they should be able to do.
You know
Hef?
who would let us record is Liquid Gravity.
You think so?
Yeah, because I met the owner when I went.
Okay.
He it was one of their grand opening nights, and he was out front just like saying hey to people, and he was really cool, and I gave him my card.
Oh, sweet.
I need to reach out to him and be like, hey, we'd love to record there.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be down to do that.
That'd be so cool.
Soon.
Yeah. Okay. I'll reach out to him.
Cool.
Because he might not be able to be open, so it might be like chill to go do something there and promote their beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm down. I did see something online that things might open back up on Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if that's
Like
true or
restaurants?
not.
Indoor?
I didn't read the article.
Oh my
it wouldn't
gosh.
let me because the Tribune's stupid.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
so annoying.
How much do you have to pay for the
Like
Tribune?
$1.
Yeah, it's like seriously, just give it to people and just put up an advertisement. You'll get your dollar.
That's the thing. Yeah, put up an ad, and you would make more money than people subscribing.
Yeah.
KSBY doesn't make you pay, right?
No, they don't.
It's pretty dumb because there's a couple other news services in town, and they're free.
Right.
So if you're gonna be the one paid one in town, and it's not that much better.
Yeah.
If better at all.
Speaking of papers, they send me the Atascadero newspaper once a week, and there was an article I got it laminated the other day, and it's about how Atascadero doesn't have a alcohol law.
Open container law.
Yeah, it was a pretty good article.
Yeah. So it's not an open container, but it's like it's not against it or for it.
Right. There's just
No
no law.
contest.
And they said like they interviewed the police chief, and he's like, they just never made a law about it. So as long as you're not like being stupid, we don't care if you're drinking.
That's so weird.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And that's why there's tons of people like drinking while they play disc golf out there right next to our hospital. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like, sorry.
And now here's your sponsored break. Zach Freeman.
Hey, you always call me when I'm podcasting. Yeah. What'd you say?
I said, what's up, Will?
What up?
What's the podcast about this week?
Storms.
Storms.
Yep.
What about 'em?
How do they get the names?
Oh. Wasn't that just like hurricanes?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
tropical storms.
yeah, just
Tropical
like
storms.
major storms. Do you have any ideas?
Cool. How they
Did
get
tornadoes
names?
get names?
How they named?
No.
They're named after males and females. I was gonna say because they're a bitch, but
There's a lot. There's like thousands a year.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
gosh.
I guess that could work.
Yeah, well, you'll have to listen to figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in suspense.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, you guys enjoy, have fun.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, see you guys.
All right. See ya. But yeah, it's a bummer.
It's just proof that the dad is the most important part.
Let's save that for the pregnancy episode.
Interesting take.
Yeah, we can look into that if we
As
want
I
to.
grow and sustain her.
Yeah.
I mean, I put in a lot of work.
Interesting.
Someone's
We don't need to get
You
into
put
those
in-
details.
5 minutes of work.
It's the
Then
the transitive property is that I serve you, I feed you, and then you feed the baby. So transitive property, I am taking care of the baby.
you do take care of me.
The baby.
The baby. Does
Oh
this
my
look
gosh.
weird? I'm just like nestling this thing.
Yeah, it's like you're holding your baby.
My baby. Does this look weird? Do you think this looks weird?
We've been watching that Schitt's Creek show.
Oh yeah.
And they constantly say that. The mom says "bebe" when she's
yeah,
referring
she
to
does.
babies. The bebe. Like, oh
Someone
my
loves that
gosh,
show.
it's ridiculous. I think we have 3 more episodes, and then we're gonna be done.
And then the final season comes out next month, I think.
Right? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyway, that ringtone is the intro for Beverly Hills 90210. In case you were wondering, that's why it's so catchy.
What's your favorite show?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a difficult one to edit?
No, this is literally what happens every time.
Oh, okay.
I just always have to like listen, chop out these dropout parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what happens next, boys?
Well, we start talking about storms.
Yeah.
Oh, more about storms?
Well,
Yeah, it's
we
the
never
topic.
finished completely talking about liquid gravity, so you're going to check into that.
I'll look into that. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Maybe we did finish that conversation.
We did,
I can't remember.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Savannah doesn't listen too much to our shows, and so for any new listeners out there, including Savannah, what we do now is we talk about the topic.
Yeah, so don't feel bad because Bryn doesn't really listen either.
No,
and
feel bad.
and
you feel
she
bad.
she
Feel
tells me,
bad.
Zach, I hear enough of you already.
I know. I like, not to be mean, but
Oh my gosh.
you and I talk like all the time. And I love it.
But
But this is our livelihood. This pays the
I
bills.
wish. Yeah.
And you can pay the bills by joining Alex on the Patreon
Yes.
for at least $1 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You can get on there, get shows early. We're working on making the pogs.
Yep.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
Going big time with it.
millionaires off of this show.
I do think it's a good podcast, though. I listened to it today when I was walking the dog.
Yeah. So you listen to catch up, right?
Yeah.
How
To make
was
sure
it?
that I knew how the show goes before I was on it.
Okay. So you listened. How did you think, as a podcast listener, one who listens to many podcasts?
It was good. I felt like while I was listening to it, there was like a lot of things I wanted to add, and I was wishing that I had recorded it.
You know, multiple
Here
people
you
have said
are.
that Olivia said that she like yell. I think she told us. I think it was her that said she like yells at when she's driving. No, that's not right.
I think that's pretty typical for most podcasts. Like
Is
you
it?
want to know something else, and that's why you should go follow us on Instagram and Facebook and say comments about each episode.
Yeah,
That's why you should do that. You should join the socials.
I'll put that on silent.
Can
Sorry.
we have? Oh my gosh, amateur hour, Zach. And since you're up, you got to start and stop that camera. All right, this
so
is the last leg. Let's talk.
I did get good news today. I know that we already did our housekeeping, but
Did you finally save money on life
I
insurance?
did.
You did?
We got life insurance. So now if I die, or if either one of us die in the next 30 years, get $500,000.
Nice.
Will, this is what I've been wanting.
So
No.
it
We
costs
need a
roughly $150 a month, but I feel like
That's kind of a lot.
it's worth peace of mind, you know? Like I don't have to worry now. Like if something happens to me, the house is paid off and she doesn't have to sell
That
it.
would actually be so relieving because sometimes I think about, too often actually, I think about if you die and then I'm like, oh my gosh, like how would I even live?
What if
Especially
you die?
with
How
the-
would I live?
With the
You would literally be fine.
I should get life insurance on you. I'll
would
be
be
tempted to kill
fine.
you all the time.
it doesn't cover that. Just saying.
It does if you hide
It doesn't cover suicide or murder. So
Oh, I would be.
That's why you have to make it. You fake it, Zach.
okay,
Well, now that this is recorded, now I can't do it.
right.
Yeah, I want that. Because I do feel like if you died, my life would be so horrible, but like at least I would be rich.
Well, it's not. It's like when something like that happens, the last thing you want to do is try to figure out finance stuff.
Totally.
It's like
Yeah.
if something was to happen to me, it would be hard for her to live and make the house payment.
Right.
And the last thing that she needs to be doing, besides trying to figure out her life now, is trying to sell the house and find somewhere else to
Yeah.
live. And so
But I feel like since you have a house, I feel like life insurance makes more sense because it.
right. But as having a kid coming up soon,
Yeah,
too.
I'd have to move. I've thought about this. I'd have to move back to Noonan
You have
and
enough
live
money.
with my parents.
You have enough money saved up.
But we won't go into all of this, but how would I do the business on my own?
You got
I'd have
it.
to pay everybody back.
You could still
Then
shoot
I-
all those weddings. Just hire second shooters.
I don't know.
I mean, it would be depressing to shoot a wedding after I died.
Okay, I don't want to think about this.
But
anymore.
really, like,
Okay.
it's like you figure probably it's like going out for 2 or 3 meals a month, just like Like it's $150, you know?
Yeah. Well, and like Savannah's talking that she only wants it on me. Doesn't count for her. You got.
So you would be
Oh,
like
that's
$80.
true.
So actually guys are more than girls because they do stupid stuff and they die
Oh.
earlier. So, and we're doing 30 years. So you can do like 10 years, you can do 20 years.
Yeah.
The reason we're doing 30 years, which is more expensive, it raised it like $50 a month or something like that, is because that's the time of our house, you know, our
Yeah.
loan on our house. So.
Yeah. And you did. Well, I want to do the $1 million, and then you get it paid back.
That's so expensive. We
The
looked
guy-
into
The
it.
guy that I talked to made it sound like it was only like
Dude, it's
$120.
$1,600 a month.
No, he said it was like
What?
$120.
I mean, yeah, there is one that's like that.
It was State Farm though. Was
Yeah,
your
that's
State Farm?
that's who we're
I
going
talked to the guy.
to. I forget. There was one like that, but there was a stipulation with it, and I can't remember why we ended up just going with the you either get the money or you don't get anything. So,
No, this guy was like, you pay into it. If you reach 30 years and you don't die, you get everything you put back into it with no interest.
right.
Which sucks, but at the same time, I mean, that's better
Then
than...
it's just like a savings account.
Yeah, with no interest.
I can show you the stuff. I mean,
I'd
it's going
like
to be
to look at
it's
it.
through State Farm, so it's going to be the same.
That's weird, though,
Price.
because that guy gave me such a good deal. But I was like 2 years ago, so
Yeah.
I'm older. I hit 30. We're going to have a
Yeah,
kid.
Yeah.
30.
The cool thing right now is because of COVID, they're not making you do a medical test. So they're waiving that, so you don't.
I know, I'm pretty rough.
Well, I mean, you
wonder
just
if
don't
that
have to
would
pay for
benefit
that,
us.
you know.
Yeah.
Because maybe if you were super healthy, it'd be cheaper.
Yeah. I don't know. Or now they know that everyone's going to get COVID. That's why it's more expensive. Everyone has the risk of dying now.
Let's look into this.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, and that's your State Farm moment. Thank you, Jake from State Farm, for
Yeah.
calling us. Yeah, thank you.
No, we actually went with Ryan's wife. She sells State Farm out of Templeton. So,
Okay. Well, if I go with someone, I'll go with her.
yeah.
Because the guy I went with was nobody.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to try Chad. I don't know if he can do out of state.
I didn't know he did life insurance.
He does insurance.
Is it all the same? I don't know.
I don't.
Usually they sell stuff across the board: car, home,
Oh.
Yeah,
auto.
they,
or,
they just want to
life.
make money.
Yeah.
Storms. Am I right?
Yeah.
So you want to buy life insurance for storms? We're on the same path here. We're talking about storms.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the most destructive storm of all time?
In
That
the
we-
U.S.
that we know of.
Yeah,
In the U.S.
In the U.S. Yeah.
Or ever.
Ooh. Okay. In the U.S., number one, and then world.
World
Number two.
was Hurricane Noah.
Oh.
Okay.
When he had to build the ark, and then the big hurricane came.
That was a hurricane.
What was it?
It was
a
just
flood.
a lot of rain.
Well, yeah, flood, hurricane, same thing.
No, it was a flood.
I guess that would be the biggest.
Yeah.
But let's,
Like,
besides that.
record. Like, I mean, yes,
It
we all
did
believe in
literally
that. Yes, but
flood
like,
the earth and then kill everyone.
but recorded.
That was recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
yes.
not just, it's recorded in a lot of different places, not just
Okay.
Christianity.
Um.
I think there's floods in like a lot of religions.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay. That answers the world one. All right. Let's go U.S. then.
Okay.
I was also gonna say, remember that like ginormous tsunami? I mean, I'm sure it probably wasn't the biggest because it was in our lifetime, but where was that?
Indonesia. There was one in Indonesia.
I remember
that
that
was really
was bad.
Yeah. And then
there was one in
the power plant when they hit
in Japan. Yeah.
We're not naming any of these right now. Let's be a little more factual, guys. All right. So bad Indonesia.
What year was that? I feel like that was
It
like
was semi-recently.
close to Katrina, I thought.
Subtitle: Indonesia Bad Boy 2020.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was looking for. What went wrong? 2004.
Yeah, so that was the same time as
An
Katrina.
Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami hit Sumatra, Indonesia.
Do you know how to know that a tsunami's coming?
It was an earthquake.
No.
All the water starts going away.
Out. fault.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So they say if you see that, if like the ocean starts disappearing, to leave.
This
That's
is
terrifying.
one of the
Yeah.
deadliest natural disasters in recorded history. 227,000 people died.
That was that tsunami?
Wow.
Oh, I was right.
One of the worst ones.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that a lot because this is gonna make me sound really young. I was in 4th grade, and I remember
You're in 4th grade when
in
you're.
2004.
Oh my gosh, I was in high school.
Yeah, Will doesn't want to talk about it. I'm just kidding.
No, I do. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds weird when you talk about when we were kids.
I was literally driving.
Are you 1 year older than?
I'm gonna be 32 in December.
Oh, you're 2 years older. Because I remember that happened and Katrina,
Yeah.
like really close to each other, and
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
just
really
like,
bad.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this year.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, living through that year would have been like the same thing as this year. Like crazy amount of, well, not the same thing, but
Yeah.
pretty bad scenarios happening.
I feel like we're living in a good time right now. I was thinking about that the other day. Like,
It's great positivity.
The world's like,
people are like staying home and like you can buy alcohol to go now. I don't know. I was thinking there's a couple other things that I was thinking like, this is actually like, when you look at the positive, there is a lot of good positive things right now. But now, off the top of my head, I can't think of what they were.
Good deal on life insurance.
Yeah.
life's not so bad.
Yeah.
You bought a house this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I was driving. I was thinking, this is a
2020.
good time to be living.
That's good positivity, Zach. That's great positivity.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to drop some negativity.
Was there a
on you.
name for that one? Did they name tsunamis?
There was a name.
Gosh, that's so many people.
Excuse me.
200,000. That's like,
Boxing Day.
gosh.
Like
It's called
Fresno
Boxing
or
Day,
something.
which I don't know why it's Boxing Day because I think there was multiple large waves that hit. Okay, can we do some more depressing news here? So the worst recorded disaster, aside from Noah's flood, was 4 million deaths
What?
in 1931, China. A series of floods. that
COVID
occurred-
one. No, I'm just kidding.
COVID. A series of floods that happened in June to August 1931 in China hit a major city, and then like broke another like levee.
A flood killed, what'd you say?
4 million
4
people?
million? That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, so like let's see,
How many people live in China?
like 2 billion.
Oh. Well, I guess that's a small percentage when you're...
I mean, 2 billion now.
Yeah, probably not.
How many people were in China then?
Probably 1 billion, maybe. At the time, 25 million people had been affected by the flood. Historians. Anyways, the death toll varies widely, but it's the worst one. Next one was another one in China where the Yellow River flooded. 2 million people died in that. Another one in China.
They've lost a lot of their people.
These are the top,
What the heck?
top 4 major disasters in the world.
Is this
are
based
China.
off of how many people died?
Yeah.
I mean, it could partly be because their population is so bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
And
There's so many
so-
people. And then the 2010 Haiti earthquake killed 300,000 people. 2010. I didn't realize that was so bad.
Don't
I remember
that.
No, I do remember that.
I don't remember that.
I didn't realize it killed that many people. I know a lot of people that went over there to help them like repair. But
I do remember that.
yeah, you remember
I
that?
do remember people going over there.
But it
so-
was in Haiti, right? Like
It's Haiti, yeah.
yeah,
Haiti.
that's where
Yeah,
the
Haiti.
major devastation was at.
Yeah, it was the Haiti earthquake.
Yeah, but you're talking about China?
No.
No, he
I'm
said
talking
Oh,
about this
okay.
Haiti one
Okay,
now.
gotcha. Yeah, I do remember that because
The death toll was 316 million or 1,000.
the church that I used to go to in Porterville, they had a Haiti orphanage that they would sponsor, and a lot of people went over there to help with the orphanage.
Oh, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Ooh, epidemics. Ooh, do you want to talk about epidemic? No, we're not going to get into epidemics. Okay, so
because that hasn't been talked about
right now.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else about storms? Was there another question that we asked?
What was the biggest in the U.S.?
Biggest storm in the U.S.
Or
Hurricane Maria
Maria
in Puerto Rico in 2017, just a couple of years ago.
oh,
That was the worst natural disaster. Oh wait, it says of the decade. Crazy stuff. Okay, the Great Galveston Storm of 1900. Okay, Galveston,
just
Texas.
Galveston or Galveston?
Galveston. It's in Texas, home to millionaire mansions and the nation's first electric streetlights. On September 8th, 1900, 140 mile per hour winds slammed into the Gulf Coast, generating 16-foot storm surge that nearly wiped out the island and its 37,000 residents off the map. It's an estimated that 6,000 to 8,000 people died in the storm. It's the deadliest U.S. storm in history. That's
Where was that at?
Texas.
Texas, okay.
On some island in Texas.
Interesting.
And then the 1906 San Francisco earthquake and fire. Residents of the San Francisco were awoken by its quake. It leveled countless buildings, and it started a fire that covered 500 city blocks. 3,000 people were killed. More than 28,000 buildings burnt, and 2,000 San Franciscans left homeless.
200,000.
200,000, yeah.
Let's stop
Crazy.
talking about death.
All right.
This is getting dark.
Well, we got to go on the negative. So those are storms. That's how they're named. We learned how they're named. Let's go back, children. That's how we learned how they're named. We learned the most deadly. We learned the U.S. and national or international. And we learned that Florida is named after one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Learn something new every day. Well, we could talk a lot more about storms, but it's time to end the podcast.
All right. Well, Savannah, thanks for being here.
Savannah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
nice
Forward to
having you
seeing
on
you
the
guys
show.
again next week.
Yeah.
You'll be here for the baby one.
Yep.
What are we talking about on the baby one?
Well, we don't have a bet yet. What?
I thought we did.
That is about
Shoot.
if they sweat.
Yes.
Oh, yes, we do. We do.
We do.
We do.
I wrote it down. I brought
Okay.
it home, and I told it
Read
to her,
it.
and she thought you were crazy.
Do baby sweat?
I've thought about it. I thought about it a little bit today.
Okay.
I have some things to say. We'll talk about it.
So we always like preface it though in the
okay.
episode before. So the question was, and this is asked at work. This is a real coworkers betting at work podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Zach said, "Do babies sweat?"
Well, you told me he thinks that they don't need to be bathed.
Yes.
Not very often.
Yeah. So babies don't need to be bathed because they don't sweat
Right.
until a certain age.
Right.
Unknown age, but there's a time period that they don't sweat.
Right.
So that's what you're going with.
Yep.
That's your bet. And I think both Savannah and I are going with that they are sweating. Yeah.
I think I might have changed my mind.
Well, we're going to have to go into next week. So I think that babies sweat right away. They can sweat right away.
Okay. Do I go ahead and give my reasoning?
No, we'll talk
We'll
about
wait
it
till
time.
next week. Yeah.
What do you think? Are you going to go? Well, then that means she's going to go in a middle ground. Are you going?
They don't sweat.
At what point do they start sweating?
I don't know. Maybe when they grow teeth. I don't know.
When they grow teeth.
You got to choose a time, because she's going to not.
They sweat after they're a year old.
1 year.
Okay. I think they definitely sweat before then. I would probably say only a few weeks or a couple months. But I think, and I'll tell you why in the next episode.
Oh, snap.
I think they might not sweat when they're first born.
Okay, that's... Oh, man.
All right.
Shots fired.
All right.
Shots
Well, that's next week's
fired.
episode.
Next week's episode. Are you pumped? I'm pumped. Okay, so Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And that was the Better Not Podcast. Go find us on Instagram. Go find us on the Facebook. Go find us on anywhere you listen to podcasts. You've already found us probably. We are on YouTube. It's pretty great. You can support us for at least $1 on patreon.com. We have 1 subscriber. You're going to get episodes early. You're going to get merch when we come out with it. $1 to $5. Simple. Hop on there. The more people that are on there, the more the community grows.
That's right.
And the more our podcast is supported, and we can actually try to advertise and do some fun stuff. So anyways, yeah, that's the show. And thanks for listening. Bye.
Peace.
Bye. I forgot.
The Better Not Podcast is Will Cobb and Zach Freeman, produced by Cobblestone Productions. All the music you hear in the show is written by Will Cobb and mixed by Chad Mcilvenna. Thank you so much to Savannah, my wife, for singing on all the tracks that you hear. We post our episodes now on YouTube. Go head over there and subscribe to us and like our video. And don't forget to sign up for patreon.com/betternot and support us for $5 a month. It goes a long way for helping us out. Thank you so much for listening, and see you in the next one.